Hey girlies, long time no see. I guess I'm back on YouTube. I was watching some of my old videos this morning and I was like, I miss doing YouTube, and you guys always comment on my TikToks and Instagram, miss your YouTube videos, so I thought I'd come back. The plan was to come back in 2024, but you know what they say, there's no time like the present. So we're gonna start off by testing some new makeup. I've got some TikTok, shop popular products. I've also got some new products from like NARS and Pat McGrath. Are you guys on TikTok shop? Do you buy from there? I feel like that's all I buy. But also it's really nice to see like fellow influencers having their own brands that are doing amazing on TikTok, like Holly Boone's brand, H&B Cosmetics, as well as Made by Mitchell's brand. So it's always nice to support. But we're gonna start with foundation. So Rimmel reformulated their Lasting Finish foundation. I loved the old formula, so I was really nervous to try this new formula, but I have tried it already and I love it. To me, it's a little bit more matte than their original formula, which is always a good thing for my oily skin. What shade should I use? This is the shade 510 and this is the shade 500. This is so hard because they're so similar, but I think I'm gonna go a little bit darker and then I can go brighter with the concealer. So I'm taking 510 Cinnamon. The coverage on this is really nice as well. Oh, that shade match is perfect. And of course, Rimmel is nice and affordable, drugstore, but the coverage on this, guys, stunning. I think the reason I was away from YouTube for so long is that I overthink the production of the video. And if you compare it to like platforms like TikTok and Instagram, you don't really need a background, but on YouTube, a background has always been a thing. So if you watch like some of my old videos, I used to have like a backdrop, and setting that up every time I wanted to film was actually demotivating, which is why I was just like, oh, I can't bother. So I just end up filming like TikTok videos. So today I didn't put the backdrop up and I've just got my little Canon vlogging camera that I'm filming on. Long story short, I'm a little bit lazy. Like the quicker it is to film, the more likely I'm gonna do it, which is why TikTok and Instagram and all of that stuff has just been like, you just set up your phone, click record, and that's it. I think I'm gonna do my eyes before I move on to the rest of my face. So I'm gonna prime with the P. Louise eyeshadow base. So for eyeshadow, NARS came out with this new eyeshadow palette for their holiday 2023 collection. It's called Endless Nights, and the shades in here, if I can open it, are absolutely gorgeous if you're into like mauvey browns, and the packaging is stunning. So I think I'm going to start with the darkest shade in here, the brown, and I'm going to do a halo eye. So I'm going to take that dark brown on the outer and inner corner. It's not coming off as burgundy as how it looks in the palette. It's definitely more of a cool tone brown. How have you guys been? What's new with you? Let me know in the comments. I recently got a kitten. I got the kitten for the kids, but it's definitely my kitten. I'm the one that's here with him all day. He's kind of just like imprinted on me, I guess. I'm gonna take this shade right next to it. It's kind of like a pinky mauve, and just use that through the crease on the edges of the brown. So yeah, because I'm here with the kitten all day, every day, it's kind of like used to me more than everyone else in the house. I'm definitely its favorite. His name's Dice, by the way. He's a black and white cat, so Dice, black and white, you get it. That's the main change in my life. Oh, and twins started high school as well, which is just insane to think. So now I'm a mother of high schoolers, which is just insane. Feels like just the other day that I was at high school myself, and now my kids are in year 7. I'm gonna use this reddish shimmer on the center of the eye. Dab that all the way up to the brow bone. Do I want to do eyeliner? I think so. I'm going to take my Benefit roller liner. This is like my favorite liner ever. I think it's like the only thing I use. So for concealer, I don't know if you guys have heard of H&B Cosmetics, but they had like a Black Friday sale as well. So I bought new shades, 3.5N for underneath my eyes. And then I also bought the shade 4W. I think I already have this shade. Let me double check. Yeah, I do already have this shade, but it looks a little bit different. This is my old one and then this is my new one. It looks a bit warmer. Is it just me? I'm gonna try 4W, the new one. See if it's bright enough. Ooh, doesn't look bright enough. I think normally it's £16, but for Black Friday it was £6 on TikTok shop. This is what I mean about TikTok shop. They just have bargains, which is why I'm constantly buying things. That's a really nice shade actually. Now that it's blended out, I think it is bright enough. I might go in with a touch of the shade 3.5N. But you see the coverage on this concealer, guys? I use the smallest amount as well. I was looking back on my old videos and I used to use quite a lot of concealer, and I've come to realize I just don't need that much. I don't have like severely bad under eyes, but even if I did, I feel like it would be more productive to use color corrector and then a little bit of concealer rather than just piling on heaps of concealer. So I guess my makeup techniques have changed a little bit. Do I want to add the brighter one? I feel like that is enough. I'm gonna leave it like that for now. And we're gonna go in and do bronzer and blush with the Made by Mitchell Curve case. So I have the shade Deep, which I absolutely love, but that recently sold out and I don't know when it will be coming back. So I thought I would try medium just in case you did want to see if it would work on our skin tone. So this is what medium looks like. I feel like there's potential in this shade and like this shade, but this is the Deep one, which of course you can see is just stunning. I use these two shades the most. I don't think I've never touched these two. So I would say if you are my skin tone and darker, if you can get your hands on this when it comes back, definitely grab it. These are really nice and pigmented and creamy. So I'm gonna load that up. Oh, it does work. Melt into the skin beautifully as well. They're very dewy as well, but of course I go in with powder, so it's not a problem for me, but that is stunning. Right, and we're also gonna test the blush. I'm gonna test the darker shade in here. Let's see if this shows. Oh, success, guys, success. Because I wasn't sure if this was gonna be a waste of my money, but it works. Well, at least those two shades do work. But I think if you are around my skin tone and you want to get the most for your money, then definitely get the Deep when it comes back into stock, because I don't see myself using all of the shades in this palette. Okay, now that we've done the blush and bronzer, now I'm going to take the concealer in shade 3.5 and just take a dab here. I think it's so funny. I literally sat here and said, I don't use that much concealer anymore. She says, putting her second layer on. I'm gonna take my blush brush, whatever's left on there, and just marry that into the concealer as well. Now it's time to set quickly before we start creasing. I'm going to use the Trigwell Cosmetics powder. Now this is the only other powder that I love as much as my Huda Beauty. They were famous on TikTok Shop for doing their powder puffs, and they came out with a powder to match. I use the shade 06. So what I do is just take some of the powder onto the puff like that, and then dab off the excess into my hand. I'm just doing one side first so you guys can see how smoothing that powder is. I typically only like to set the center of my face because that's where I tend to get oily, and also I like to have, well, that's a lot because the Made by Mitchell thing is glowy. The cream curve case is really glowy, so I will set that with a powder bronzer, but I do like having a little bit of glow on the cheek. I do have a new powder bronzer. This is the new Pat McGrath Divine Blush Bronze and Glow Trio, and this shade is Supernova Siren. So it's got a bronzer, blush and highlight. I'm just going to use the bronzer. I want to use a used brush because I just know I like this to apply bronzer, but also I want to test the color of this by itself, so I'd have to use a new brush. I'm just going to use that to set the Made by Mitchell. That is really pretty. And it's actually coming out quite darker than I thought it would be. So my camera had the nerve to tell me that the battery is exhausted, and it's like, aren't we all, hun? So I have to wrap this video up quick. I just stuck some lashes on. So for lips, I got these new liquid lipsticks from Fenty. All the shades look absolutely delicious, so I don't know which one I want to use. True Fairy looks stunning. Fashion Fiend looks even better, and this one is Fireproof, which is definitely red, so not that one today. I'm gonna go for this one, which is True Fairy. I'm gonna start with Matte Chestnut. Oh yeah, see this shade? And I forgot how much I love this formula. It comes out already matte. The type of person I am, I want to top this with a gloss so bad. Gonna keep it in the Fenty family. Gonna take Fenty Fussy Gloss. No, I don't love the shade. It's made it like a warm orange. We're gonna start over. We're gonna start over. Oh, just dabbed off the top layer, and I feel like that looks gorgeous. So I'm gonna try Fussy Heat again. Fussy Glow. What's this? Just Fussy. Don't know why I'm adding extra things to it. Just Fussy. That is the final look, guys. Literally my battery is flashing at me, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I shall be back next week. I'm thinking if I don't put too much pressure on the production of YouTube videos, they should just be easier to film. So if you did enjoy this video, you know what to do. Also drop me a comment and let me know, what did you enjoy about this year? What has gone well for you this year? Let's get some positivity flowing in the comments. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.